Welcome to a very special kind of cooking show. We're all used to the chefs. Well, I'm going to actually show you how to transform sand into the most wonderful productive soil. And coming from WA, as many of you probably know, this is officially the worst soil you'll find anywhere in the world. And when we've tried to garden and farm and landscape on this horrible sandy soil, it's meant we either get very poor production or what we add just doesn't stay there very long, and we need to use large amounts of water and nutrients to get that growth. But turning this sand into soil, the great alchemy, like water into wine, that's what I want to show you now. So if we start with that awful sandy soil, and the most important thing to keep in mind is that when we normally try and add water, you can see what happens. That water just runs off. That's called water repellency, and make no mistake, that is one of the major impediments to getting anything to grow. And I've got some gorgeous Seawise Humicarb here, magnificent product, and it's carbon, and it's getting that carbon into the soil that is such an important part, because that's the building blocks for life and productivity. But in WA, we need to add the X factor, which is some of that clay. So I'm going to show you how to transform that now. This beautiful clay, I put it on dry. It has to be put in on dry, and then we mix it into the soil. So important that we get it deep into the profile to about that depth ideally. And this, that beautiful carbon, this is the building blocks of every civilization across the globe, is feeding the soil with this carbon-rich product, this gorgeous organic matter, and we mix that in again down to that depth of 20 to 30 centimeters. And you can see already we've had a major transformation going on here. Already the soil is looking better, but what I know is I've now added trillions of microscopic organisms and a broad suite of beautiful nutrients. And if I show you the contrast between the two, my unimproved sand, where I pour that water on, and again it screams off, it's going to have very little ability to hold on to anything, but watch what happens. I can squeeze that in my hand and I'm creating beautiful soil. Now, when it can stay in a shape like that, compared to my horrible sand, which is just going to slip through the fingers, you can see that this is now soil. It's got the ability to hold on to itself, and that means it's going to hold on to water and nutrients. And we can profoundly reduce the amount of water and nutrient inputs we need now that we've created soil. And that's why this product, this beautiful Seawise Humicarb, is so important. And as a company, their passion, their ethos is to get that all-important carbon into the soil. And it's the building blocks for all the work that they do with the farmscapes, our horticultural lands, our golf courses, and even our urban landscapes. So this beautiful ingredient combined with the clay is one of the most important ways we can transform that sand into soil.